Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Ask the Surveyor podcast. I'm Lee Robinson of Ashton Lee Surveyors, and today we have a brilliant guest. Today we have a high-end builder, Craig Bellamy from Madisons Commercial Solutions. Thanks Craig for coming along.
No problem whatsoever.
So tell us about Madisons, how long has it been running?
So Madisons has been established since 2009. Over the years, obviously I've taken care of lots of different types of projects, everything from single units, council refurbs, commercial, residential, and we do a lot of new build as well.
So where was the beginnings of Madisons? Was it you who started it up? Was it a family business?
Yes, it is. Yeah, no, it's my own company. I started it myself in 2009. I was part of a large corporate back in the day, sort of about 60 million turnover, where I was a commercial director. So I was trained as a director to run a portion of a large corporate. So obviously I've taken the knowledge from that and then rolled that into my own company over the years.
Added personal touch?
Absolutely.
So have you always been in Essex?
No, I haven't. So we originally come out of London and then gradually worked out as sort of 16, moved out towards...
East London?
Yes, Hammers.
Good. This should go well, these podcasts. So what type of projects do you do, Craig?
We do all sorts of projects, really, to be fair. I like to choose the ones that I like. I know it sounds a bit diva-ish, but ultimately I like to be able to look at a project and think, right, I'm going to put a nice stamp on that. So, yeah. So residential, we do everything residential from new build, so plot of land up to a finished house, turnkey solution type thing. Or we do extensions, conversions, maybe just an interior revamp.
Yeah. I've seen some of your projects, and as a surveyor, I appreciate the attention to detail.
Thank you.
Which a lot of builders haven't got anymore and don't care about. It's just about turning over numbers. So, you really are high-class stuff you produce. So,
thank you very much.
Based in Essex, what hobbies and interests do you have?
I used to do a lot of racing. Used to race in Ultra 4 Europe.
Horses?
No, trucks. Only fuel.
Okay.
Used to do a bit of off-road racing. We used to do a series called Ultra 4 Europe. So we used to take normal trucks, convert them, big roll cage, big wheels, soup up the engine, and then race off-road, rocks, hills,
proper
flat
big
sections.
Boy stuff.
Yeah.
What, proper like lorries?
Yeah, no, not lorries.
I said that wrong, lorries. Trucks?
No, 4x4s. So you used to take a Defender, strip it back to a chassis,
yeah.
and then roll cage it, big wheels.
Oh, sorry,
engine.
yeah, Range Rovers and stuff.
Yeah.
I know nothing about cars. I should probably tell. Trucks.
I would never have guessed.
All lorries. All trailers. So you're still doing that, actually racing yourself, or?
I don't do any racing anymore, no. But obviously I've carried on the build and conversion side of it. So we do, outside of my building, because obviously the stuff that I like to do, like attention to detail stuff, so we do a lot of van conversions and other bits and pieces along the side of it as well, which I try to get involved with personally because I really enjoy it, so like maybe just a bit of styling, maybe lowering, or maybe an interior fit out, or a camper, or do you know what I mean?
You spend a lot of your spare time doing that, do you?
Yeah, I really enjoy that. I really do enjoy that, yeah, just like modifying cars and trucks and bits and pieces, yeah, so I really do enjoy that part.
I wish I could ask you more questions about that, but I know nothing about fuel. I've got an electric van, which disappoints you, Craig. I know.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not move, yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Belingo electric van. It's very nice.
Should take it out and put a V8 in it.
Sounds like a... Well, mine sounds like...
Washing machine.
Mine sounds like a milk float, I'd say. Without the rattle.
We could always put some bells on.
It'd be good. Yeah, here comes Lee. So did you start on the tools originally?
I did, yeah.
Building?
So obviously from the age of about probably 13, 14, I've worked in and alongside my family growing up. So my granddad was a master builder, so I used to go out with him and some of the lads, work on some of the jobs, work alongside my uncles as well, because obviously they were trades.
Probably bricklayers or carpenters? Or
so it's roofing, plumbing and interiors basically. And obviously my granddad being a general builder, I used to build stuff with him as well. So I helped him develop the house that he lived in. So we built all the stables, done all the wiring, all the plumbing, and gave me great insight really of growing up and the attention to detail needed at the start to give you the finished product that you need basically.
So what made you change from on the tools to managing?
I didn't like being on the tools.
No, not me.
I hated it. To be fair, I actually, I say that, I'm lying. I actually quite enjoyed it, to be fair, because I think the day goes a bit faster and you're not just constantly on a phone. I mean, phones drive me absolutely bonkers. I'd rather not have the phone, just go somewhere, work for the day and then go home and feel tired and go to bed rather than...
The trades think that you got it easy, but it's not.
It's not. It's the complete opposite.
As you know, I used to run sites before I become a surveyor, and every phone call's it's a challenge, isn't it? Or it's your guys. Oh, I ain't got those screws. Well, go and get some. Or
at the shop.
Yeah,
that's why they were invented.
Yeah, it's because you have to keep the client happy, your boss is happy, and then the guy's happy. And I don't know which one's worse, but yeah. So I don't want to get into a sad story and start crying about it. But I didn't like it in the end. But I got told to be a foreman because I talked about a job and I actually done. And I got on with trades and I used to clean up before the painter, ready for the painter. Where the other chippy apprentice didn't. And he's probably better. His mitres is better than mine. But the painters never moaned about me. It just shows you take care of your following trade, which don't always happen.
No, it doesn't. No. I mean, because we do a lot of new build, we find that a lot. I mean, we do probably about 1,000-ish homes a year, new build side, just doing the interiors for all the commercial builders.
Yeah.
Which I've done for like 30 odd years. So it just seems silly to not do that, but that's not really where my passion lies, if that makes sense. It's just boxes. We're really good at it, so why not do it?
Yeah, you got a good team.
Yeah, but my passion is interiors, focused on the customer journey, the finished product, and then building. The only reason I started building is because we was working as finishing trades, doing interiors, and I could never work alongside a builder that actually gave us a product that we could finish right. That's the only reason I ever got into building.
Yeah.
Because I could do it, but I just never really...
Because it's notorious that the paint and the decorators have to
and it's
clear up everyone else's mess.
Yeah, it's not...
And they get the shortest time, where they use... On most projects, what you get... You get 3 weeks to start of a...
start of a project?
Yeah. You get, so pre-start works. What's that, the meeting? Yeah, pre-start works. And we get 3 weeks... And then
by the time it comes to the end, you get
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. Yeah, that is about right. Or and then over a weekend, or
and then they snag the hell out of it. Don't
absolutely,
they?
absolutely. But we are well versed in that, so that's why we do really well.
Thick-skinned with it.
That's why we do well on the new build stuff, because we don't really flounder when it comes to that high end, high driven program stuff. That is where we absolutely perform.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You get a lot.
Do you get the amount of time on a program pre-start meeting?
They normally say anything between 5 and 10 days, depending on the house type. We normally get between 1 and 5 days.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? So it is hard. It is hard. It is challenging. But the new build industry is a highly driven product.
Yeah.
It's about 2 times of the year. So you've got July and December normally. It's like you've got end of year and then obviously Christmas move-ins. They're the 2 most high demand times
for their numbers.
Just for their numbers, at the end of the day, which you can understand, because at the end of the day they need to get them in, get the customers in. The customers want to be in for Christmas.
But dividends,
exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. Work on site, it's depressing. When I was training to be a surveyor, I'd done it part time, and then I used to go on site and do a little bit of health and safety advising, and I just but everyone's doing the same mistakes like over and over again, and you go, why have you done that? And it ain't right. I know, and that's the biggest excuse. Yeah, I know, and you think, well,
if you know, why did you do it?
Yeah, but that's anyway. Moving on. You look like you cracked it, Craig. It used to get me down.
To be fair, I think over the years, the management side of it for me, I just try. I don't like to be a manager that's really like an arse.
Yeah.
I try to build a relationship, have a good team, have a good relationship with the team. If someone don't fit, they've got to go.
Yeah.
End of. So you just try and build a team where the lads are good, you can have a good crack, they're going to look after the customer and have a laugh. And just because what people don't want in their house or on site are just awkward people. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they want something that's good, a product that's good, it's got a good price, and they've got a good relationship throughout the journey, you know? So if you can try and hone those three things in as much as possible, then you've got a winning package ultimately for the client, you know? So, but I mean, I would prefer to be on site. I would prefer to be on the tools sometimes, because you don't have the phone calls all the time, because I'd rather...
They never stop.
But they never stop.
Emails.
No. Exactly.
As soon as you think, oh, right, I'm up, caught with everything, another 10 phone calls
Like
start.
bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. I ain't got no screws.
It's the truth. It is absolutely the truth.
Yeah, so are you talking about building teams? That's really important. I feel there's a member of my family's got a bricklaying company, and he had a bricklayer that he felt loyal to, but he used to really upset all the rest of the team. He was rude and stuff like that. In the end, he had to get rid of him. But the harmony come back in his game.
Yeah.
And it's just one bad apple.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
Yeah.
That is the case. And you got to try and, I think, you have to introduce them into the system, because it is a system at the end of the day. So obviously you've got the intro, the work, you watch them work, their performance, how they then act with a customer, how they act in the team. And that can take 3 or 4 weeks. Sometimes it can take 2 months, because they might pretend to be someone else for the first 2 or 3 weeks to fit in or whatever. Yeah. And then they start to settle in, you see the real person, you just go, I'm sorry.
Monday morning.
Yeah, exactly that. And then you go, sorry, you're not for me. But because ultimately at the end of the day, the client journey's got to be the most important part of what you're doing. So, and if you can't do that with the team you got, then you've got the wrong team.
Because reliability is a problem with trades, isn't it?
It is.
It's massive. So building up the team that's reliable and kind to others and thoughtful of others is, takes years to build up, right?
It does. It does. I mean, over the years, there's one thing, if there's one key thing I can offer to any other business out there to try and reduce the Monday club, because it does happen, where people don't turn up on a Monday, pay them on a Sunday night. That is my biggest thing. I started doing that in probably 2002, and everyone turns up on a Monday. I pay everyone Sunday night, not Friday night.
Right.
If that's one key thing that anyone can take from anything, is that.
Because there is a trade, there is an issue in trades, isn't there? With
because you pay them on a Friday.
And drug abuse and
exactly
stuff like
that. It is there at the end of the day. But I mean, the best way for me, I've always found. I mean, because you had lads not turning up on the Monday, and then sometimes that rolled into the Tuesday, and then coming in on the Tuesday going like, oh, any chance of a sub? Just change their mindset. And for me, that was great, because, I mean, they don't like it. Because it's like, oh, is there any chance? Can we not get paid on the Saturday? Well, no, we've said it as Sunday. I've done it for like 23 years.
It's worked.
It works.
It changes their mindset, which is good. So they start saving a bit. And then
exactly that, because when they get paid on a Sunday night, the first thing they're doing with their wage packet is going to work. And then by the time it comes to the next weekend, they've already travelled to work all week, and they've spent some of their wage. So they go, hang on a second, the money I've got left, it's got to get me through till next Sunday.
Spending more time in the gap.
Yeah, but it just creates a different mindset, you know?
Yeah. That's good.
And it seemed to work for me, so maybe
I
it worked
suppose
for
they
others.
don't like it at first, because it's a bit different out of there.
It's different to the norm. It's different to the norm, but for me it works. And it's...
and in the long run, it works for them.
It does, yeah. Helping them help me. Help them. Help me.
To help you.
To help me whilst I'm helping them. Exactly that, yeah.
To help you, yeah. Oh, right. That's this episode.
Please agony end.
So that leads on to what are the biggest challenges in managing multiple trades and keeping a high-end build on track?
Wow. I think
we touched on most of that, haven't we?
We have. It's the teams. I think trying to find the key team leaders, because you can't be there all the time. So you've got to try and find reliable people that... I mean, I've got members of staff who've been with me 20...
Team leaders in foreman, yeah?
Yeah. You say exactly that, yeah.
Supervisors.
Yeah. I mean, I've got lads that have been with me sort of 20, 25 years. Because I look after the lads.
Yeah, and financially,
I accept that to be reciprocal, you know, and I don't mind. I'll pay a bit more money, but then for that money, I need to get a little bit of my time released Do you see what I mean? If you're paying more money and you're still doing all the work, as in like running around trying to do it all, then...
Do you find most builders respect that? Or trades respect that? Or they are the ones that take the mick and you have to let them go, and it's a shame.
It is. I mean, you do get some people that do take advantage because it's just, I think it's just natural. I don't know. Maybe people just look at it and go, well, that's what I want to do. This is me. It's my life, whatever. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it is I'm responsible for probably 50 or 60 families. Yeah. That's how I look at my role.
Yeah, wow, it's a lot.
And when I'm looking at that, I'm just, well, I have to work. I manage you. Okay, I'm not on the tools, but at the end of the day, I'm still responsible for you, your family, making sure you get paid, your bills are paid, as well as mine. And they all get paid before I do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Because if I don't pay them, they don't go work. So, and that's what people don't realise, because you just think, well, and I've had comments over the years ago, well, it's all right for you.
Why? I get all that all the time.
Why is it all right for me? It's all right for me having the stress. It's all right for me not sleeping at night when the bill don't get paid, or just feeling just generally restless. Because it's like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of stuff on the go at any one stage. It's a big picture. It's a big planet that you need to manage all the time, you know.
And when you don't get paid on time and it's cash flow, I'm sure you've had pinches through the years. It's worrying, isn't it? You need to pay your guys and you don't know if you can pay them next
Exactly
week.
Exactly that.
Ringing up the builder, please pay us and stuff like that. It's the bad thing of building is builders don't always pay on time, do they?
No, they don't. They don't. But I try to make sure that, well, I don't try. The lads are paid every other Sunday. We do a fortnightly pay run. Yeah. They invoice on the Sunday before, they get paid on the following Sunday. So it gives us a week to process the wages. Everything goes through the office. The girls then load it on the system. I then just go through, look through the lists, check it against all their sign in, sign out records.
It's so important.
100%.
I worked for a carpentry firm, won't name them, they're not about no more, and this is the reason why. And so he hated paying people. And he'd pay them checks, and they'd hold on to the checks, we'd be like suppliers, and we'd be on stop and stuff like that. And you know, the building manager would go, well, where's the doors, or where's this? You can't tell them we're on stop, can you? And you ring him up, and he goes, it's your problem, sort it out. What's the matter with you? You're a project manager. Stuff like, you think
you can't manage a project without a product.
Guys ain't paid, and I can't buy materials. And it's just the attitude. It's terrible. And I mean, he paid me good money at the time, but
that's your fault. Then.
I just left. The stress was so bad. Don't matter how much he paid me, it wasn't enough to have some trades phoning me at 3 a.m, keep ringing. Where's my money?
Yeah, no,
and stuff like that.
But ultimately, they should have been phoning the office,
and that's why he's not here, because people didn't want to work for him in the end. And then we had to do the old evening standard ads. And you just get all the dregs then, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, ultimately, you really want the lads to sort of approach you and then say, look, this is what we're doing, this is the stuff we've previously done. Any chance of a start, you know? And then, I mean, we've got a system where we've got a lot of companies that as we've grown over the years, we get a lot of attention, as in, like, people wanting to work with us, just purely because of the stuff that we do. So we get a lot of inquiries coming in, can we be added to your list, and blah, blah, blah. So everything goes into the inquiries email, and then we've got a list of lads that we can work through as and when we need, you know, and just go, are you still looking for work? Okay, can we...
So you get the trades that are proud of their work and take pride in it.
Yeah,
and take photos of it after, because it show their families.
100%, because ultimately...
there is a lot of them out there. I mean, builders do get a bad name, but there's still a lot of good builders out there.
There is,
tradesmen.
There's a lot of horrific ones as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, literally horrific. I mean, we've had some... Like, Christmas last year, I went out to 3 or 4 houses in sort of November, December. One lady, she'd had a builder there. She'd paid out 70 odd grand to this builder. He demoed the old kitchen that was attached to the back of the house. So she still just had this big opening that was the walkthrough into the back of the house. He'd put some batten up and a tarpaulin and disappeared. Gone.
Right.
All she had was a mobile number.
Wow.
There was no checking out. I said, did you not check them? Did you not look at their website? Did you not look at previous work, speak to previous customers? Oh, no, I didn't do that. And I'm just like, that just absolutely blows my mind.
And that's a lot of trust, because that's probably a family member or a good friend recommending them.
Potentially,
and that's how it is.
Yeah.
I looked at a local estate agent asked me to look at this house because this other surveyor condemned it and downvalued it to naught, because it had suspected subsidence. It wouldn't. It was just a movement joint that done its job and opened up.
Yeah.
And it was all kisses. Anyway, she had an extension done on the back by her father's an architect and recommended this builder. Honestly, it was a dog's dinner on the side that was on the neighbour's side against the fence. It was big gaps at either end of the fascias under the tiles. The brickwork was all snotty, wasn't pointed properly. It just looked like, well,
Out of sight, out of mind, probably.
But, pride.
Yeah.
But even the bits he'd done, I don't know if he couldn't use a tape measure or something, but he was like 20, 30 mil short either end.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and just rough. And that's recommended from an architect. He's retired, but
what you recommend after
so
he's retired?
a lot of people are recommending bad builders because they know them. They don't actually look at their work themselves.
Yeah. I think anyone that's taken on a building project, I mean, ultimately, right, people are focused on cost.
Yeah.
And they're going to go, right, well, we've got a fiver and we want a double-storey rear extension with a new kitchen. We want tiling, we want LV2, we want underfloor heating, we want a new patio. Is a fiver going to be enough? No, it's not. However, get yourself 3 or 4 quotes, research the builder that you are going to approach, get it down to 2, maybe, 1 of 2, and then out of those 2, go and see their previous customers. Talk to previous customers. Because ultimately, if you're going to spend that money, make sure that you're doing your checks.
And explain the difference that you explained to me, which I didn't know there was a difference between quotation and estimate.
Yeah.
Big difference, isn't there?
Yeah, so obviously when someone gives you a quote, that is a fixed, well, you want it to be a fixed quotation. So it's like an all risk situation. Or if someone gives you an estimation, then it's open to extras.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you get ultimately as a builder, I have to send an estimate. But obviously, if we're doing an interior fit out, then I'll do a quote because it's a fixed lump sum. When you're doing groundworks, unfortunately, I'm not Superman. I can't. Although I like to try and be, do you know what I mean? I can't see in the ground, so we could dig a hole, dig the found, find a well, and be in a whole world of pain.
Which is not uncommon, is it?
It's not uncommon. Do you know what I mean? It's not uncommon. They're hidden all over the place. Or we could dig a hole.
They want a feature out of the well, don't they? In the
in the kitchen.
In the
maybe
kitchen,
a wine cellar. Yeah, why not? A self-chilled wine cellar. But I mean, obviously, some of the stuff you find... over the years, we've probably not had many real bad issues. I would say not many real bad issues where we've dug a hole. But you've got to be honest and go to the customer, look, I would suggest the build cost is 100 grand.
Yeah.
I'll suggest 10% contingency. As soon as you're at oversight, which is obviously foundations in, first couple of courses above ground, you're pretty much can then turn it over to a quotation and get rid of your...
So you'll put in a quotation some things. It doesn't include wells and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly, yeah.
It doesn't include the unforeseen, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So for the customers, they need to get a quotation, not an estimate, to safeguard them better.
I would say so, yeah. But obviously, like I said, if you're doing... We can do a quotation, but it could only be on stuff that you can physically see. So I'd say to them, right, the build cost from plate up, or from oversight up, is definitely going to be that. Because we've done all the takeoffs for that, you know. That bit isn't really going to go wrong. But you have to put an estimate caveat on the founds, because when you're in the ground, you don't know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
So 9 times out of 10, you would do an estimation on the job and say, right, it's going to be 100 grand, hypothetically speaking, just for our numbers. Just do a 10% contingency, but as soon as we're out the ground, put it back in your pocket.
So going back to Madisons,
Yes.
do you do loft conversions?
Yes.
And what is a loft conversion to the to any viewers who have no idea of building. So what is a loft conversion?
Right, so loft conversion would be where we try and utilise your... You see, a lot of people, they'll lose a bedroom to gain a bedroom. I think, personally, that's just bonkers.
See that all the time.
Yeah, why would you do that? Because you've just spent anything 40 grand plus.
To get an ensuite, basically.
Yeah. It's crazy, you know. So for me, I'm not a lover of loft conversions. We will do them. I'm not a lover of them. And the reason that is because you lose a bedroom to gain a bedroom, which I think is a waste of money. And I really do like to see people that are spending money get value from it.
Yeah. So
do you see what I mean?
The concept you don't particularly like, but you do. It's a service you provide.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out and just do a loft conversion. That's not really me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've done a lot of projects over the years where we'll do a rear extension, internal conversion, and a loft conversion, because then you gain in the whole house, because it's almost a redesign of the whole space.
Yeah.
So then you can try and put the staircase, so then the new staircase goes up over the original staircase. So you're just losing a section of the hallway, not another room.
And you just do extensions if asked?
Oh yeah, of course we do. Yeah, we do extensions. Like I said, we do extensions, conversions.
And a loft conversion if asked, singular.
Oh yeah, of course I would. Yeah,
yeah.
But I would.
The romance of it is.
Yeah. The romance for me really is the finishing.
So to keep it simple, a loft conversion is the roof converted into a room, into habitable space.
Yes.
And a bathroom. Depending on the size of the room, you could have multiple rooms, can't you? Multiple bathrooms. An extension is ordinarily a brick building which is extended from the back. Is the most common.
Yeah, you go back off the. You can have a rear addition. You can have it single story, so it's just the ground floor, or you can have a double story where it takes you obviously the full back of the house. Or we do wraparound, so you do the side and the rear of the house, either single or double. So it's 2 floors or 1 floor. And then we've also done single story wraparound with a loft conversion. So we've pushed out the back and the side of the house just to give them a bigger ground floor. And then obviously managed to get a staircase over a staircase to get them another room within the loft space.
But the two most common ones are loft conversion and a rear single story extension.
They are,
to extend the kitchen and living area and stuff.
Exactly
like
that. Yeah.
And bring the garden into the house. Is that the romance of it all?
Well, if you think about
like an architect,
if you think about the most searched item on Zoopla is kitchen onto garden. Because of obviously the world that we live in, if the kids are in the garden, you want to be able to see them. So, and obviously we all spend and socialise a lot of time in the kitchen. We sit, we make tea with coffee and sandwich and lunch and blah blah blah. So there's a lot of the stuff we do now is we take because it used to be kitchen on the front, lounge on the back. So a lot of the stuff we do now is we take the kitchen from the front of the house, put it on the back, extend out and have a lovely sort of kitchen diner area. But where you can sit and watch a bit of TV and
doors open up.
Exactly that, yeah. Just to really sort of make the garden part of the house and just create flow and a nice space, basically.
And how much, ballpark figure, how much is an extension?
9 million.
A metre?
A metre, yeah. I mean, it depends. It really depends.
I think before COVID, like a base extension was round about £1,000 a square metre, wasn't it? 1,200, something like that. Well, I'm talking like probably 10 years ago now, before COVID.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I would say like
building materials have shot up, haven't they?
To be fair, materials went up and they've come back down. They've stabilised a bit, but they're never going to be what they were pre-COVID, because we just entered a different planet. I mean, everything got more expensive, fuel and just everything in general, life in general did.
Yeah, and the builders' bills have gone up, their mortgages have gone up, so
everything.
So everyone's wages have gone up, materials has gone up. So
yeah, I mean, everyone looks at it and go, "Oh my God, that's like completely different to what it was then." Yeah, but we're not earning any more money. Sometimes we earn less money, even just to try and get it into a budget to make it work. You know.
So a rough figure from base is roughly £2,000.
I would say about £2,000 a square metre. Yeah,
and then depending on the kitchen and fittings and.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
I mean, we done a project up in London, and that was £3,500 a square metre build and £3,000 a square metre interior.
Right, wow, but that looks something.
Yeah. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. But ultimately, it's what the client wanted. They wanted high-end wardrobes and high-end kitchen and high-end tiles and bespoke architraves and skirtings. You know what I mean? And bespoke doors. Sky's the limit, really. I mean, you can spend £300 on a bath, you can spend 100 grand on a bath. It really is what the client wants to spend, you know.
I'd done a fit out years ago, going off, and they didn't like the colour of the wooden hardwood handrail. What went round down like it was a house bought by the Middle East for the wife when they visited Oxford Street twice a year.
Yeah.
And an investment as well. And just to change the hardwood to this colour they wanted, so they had to match it with different hardwood, which was rare, was about 120 grand just to change the handrail.
Wow.
And you think, I could have put 2 extensions with that. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, but money's some people, money's, you know,
I used to look after
peanuts, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to look after a chap in Knightsbridge. This was probably 2004, 2005. We'd done it for about 2.5 years, and he didn't live here, didn't live in the UK, but he bought an apartment that looked on the back of Harvey Nicks in Knightsbridge. Realised it wasn't big enough, so he bought the one below it for the staff to work in. Then realised that wasn't big enough either, so he bought the basement on the flat next door, and then he paid us to convert them into one kitchen for the staff and stuff to live in and stuff. And then he realised that wasn't big enough, so he bought the flat opposite him. So really he owned 4 apartments. I mean, those apartments were probably 7 or 8 million each. You know, when we done the refit on the ground floor, it had just been prepped for sale. And he went, I don't like it. Like we put like probably a 70 or 80,000 pound kitchen in the skip.
So you can cater full budgets, really?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he had us there, I think he had us there probably full on for about 2.5 years. And then he had us on a retainer, so every time he picked up the phone, he was like, right, I want you to come into London. We'd just send a man into London, it'd be whatever the cost was per day, plus congestion, plus fuel, plus parking. And he might go, I just want you just to mastic that little bit of the window. And that was it.
Yeah.
He was really, really like OCD, but ultimately, if he's got the money and that's what he wants, that's what he wants. He used to make us paint under the bath before he came back to the country because he couldn't have a bath knowing that there may be dust under it. So the 2 or 3 days before he came back to the country, we used to go to the site, take all the bath panels off, hoover and paint, no joke, paint under the bath, take a picture of it, wet, put the panel back on, and then everyone's got their things, right?
Yeah. I agree that it should be cleaned out. I mean, I used to do after sales for Bryant Homes.
Yeah.
Not about no more, but nothing to do with me. but the old bath, when it sinks down after, like when it's all settled, and you have to jack the bath back up, they'd never cleaned it. It was all the builders' rubbish, you know, the Walker's crisps and half a sandwich.
Disgusting.
But packet of, you know,
there's no one really.
Empty packet of Benson and Hedges.
Wow. Back when you could probably smoke on site as well. Yeah.
That's it, yeah. And have a beer at lunchtime. Here were the days when you used to go off site and go down a pub. That was quite common.
Yeah.
But that's another subject. Yeah.
That's not Arthur Surveyor, that's Arthur Surveyor.
Were they the days? I don't know.
Well, I think they're a bit more relaxed, ultimately. I think everything now is very health and safety led and just, which is fine.
So, yeah.
Which is fine, but I think sometimes of it is over the top.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I think, personally, blanket safety comes in, where they don't know how to manage it individually, so they go, right, gloves, goggles, hat, everything, and you're walking around, even being a supervisor, you can't even hold your pen because of the gloves, and they've got to be certain grade gloves, and then you're maybe looking at like screeding floors and looking at like the levels and stuff, and it all looks like that, and I'm going looking at my place, oh no, what's going on? It's like, oh no, like, and it's the glasses.
Yeah. So
these safety glasses you wear, it ruins your vision. You can't eye up anything like that. It's just.
I had a thing. I would say it's probably 2010, when that really came in. Gloves, goggles, glasses, and they said we could not work on site without glasses. And I said, okay, can you show me a report from an optician saying that these glasses are not going to damage everyone's eyes? And they're like, well, no, that's not.
They made your eyes go funny.
Because every time you put them on, they were like a and they were like a concave or whatever it was, and then obviously they had like a fisheye sort of look, and like exactly what you just said. You used to put them on, and then your vision used to be.
You look at everything, anything looks like not level. You think, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I totally
and you
agree.
go like that. Oh,
that's all right. Yeah.
What's that? But blanket safety.
As well, if they're scratched and damaged, and you're looking through
I had
that.
a guy who was painting in his cupboard under his stairs, really tight, and he had to take his hard hat off because he couldn't fit under there, and he got a yellow card.
Unbelievable.
I was just like.
Why do you need a hard hat on in a house?
Exactly.
Why do you need a high vis on in a house? Just hang it up, use it. I would just get damaged.
Yeah.
That's just in case you get run over in the lounge.
But I mean the trays do take but I do get why they do blanket safety, but yeah. Anyway, this is another story. Yeah, this is another rant down the pub.
I'm not going to name names, but obviously we've got a health and safety guy that comes round. I'm not even going to say where it is, but...
Is it in-house you got?
No. Yeah, we've got our own in-house ones as well, but for a particular builder.
Yeah.
And before he even enters the site, he might as well be in a hazmat suit. It's like literally full bifter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Goggles, hat, ear defenders, mask, gloves. Yeah. He wears a high-vis jumper with a high-vis over the high-vis jumper. It's just like, man, like... And then he'll sit and have a meeting with you in a meeting room with everything on. Everything on. He has his ear defenders up like this, his goggles, wearing a mask, gloves, in a meeting room.
What, are you speaking with it all on?
Yeah.
Mate,
he's trying to have a safety meeting, like that. And he expects you to understand everything. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, we're in house. Like,
oh, they are a different breed, aren't they? They're like,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, without getting into libel stuff.
in our opinion, that's all it is. Yeah, we're not being.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was running a site. I had a team of managers. And we had a health and safety guy. I won't name his name, but he was a churchgoer and like that. They're quite like not anything against churchgoers, but he was like Mr. Vanilla, like everything, you know. He said there was some DVDs with some dodgy names on there. The guys are left in there and they share about in them days. We're talking about 2010. Anyway, and he said, "Oh yeah, this is the latest film out." I think it was Debbie Does Dallas Say, so it wasn't. Anyway, apparently he's come back.
Not that you're promoting a brand now, by the way. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So he let in the video. Oh, I'm going to sit down Saturday night with my wife and we'll have a nice little half a sandwich each with a cup of tea and a biscuit, and we'll settle down and watch this film. And it was. I don't know if I can say it. Oh no, I will say it. Yeah, it was some geezer fisting someone. And I do that. I do miss that comedy and wind-ups in on site and stuff. And yeah, I mean, surveying's quite boring, really. You're on your own.
I would never say that.
Well, you're just looking at stuff. So, as you're a master builder, Craig, can you tell the difference? Difference between a master builder and a normal builder, standard builder out there?
I think for me, the difference between someone that can... I mean, you get a lot of people that just instruct. So you'll get a general builder that will just go out and they've probably got individual trades doing bits and pieces and they just take a management role. But a master builder is someone that can actually do all of the trades themselves. So over the years, I've done them all. And if in the need, I've got tools, I can go and help if I need to. Yeah. I might not be the fastest because I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice, you know, but I can do them all. You know, I've done all of the trades, so plumbing and roofing and bricklaying and building and rendering and floor laying and tiling and, do you know what I mean, painting and carpentry. Do you know what I mean? I can do them all. Yeah. And I enjoy doing them all, but I'm slow. I couldn't go on the tools and earn money. On price because I just...
What would you pay yourself a day?
£1 million.
Just for your look.
100%. Yeah, and personality, obviously, yeah.
So what is your favourite trade you have to jump in? And if you had to, what one did you enjoy and what one do you hate the most?
I don't think I've got a favourite.
You hate them all, do you?
Yeah. Obviously, because
I like painting because you get an instant result, don't you? If you're an electrician and you can spend all day wiring in one light, and at the end of it you turn on, a light bulb goes on, and that's it. Right? I'm not putting electricians down, but it is
pretty boring.
It is boring. It goes, you go, boom, light goes on. Oh yeah, that looks all right, isn't it? But with paint and decorating,
It's a big impact.
It is a massive impact straight away, near enough. First coat.
Yeah. I mean, like back in the day, that's where I come from. You know, I was a painter. You know, so that
or decorator.
Decorator. Sorry. Yeah. I was decorator. So that's where I come from. So I started doing normal new build homes. My dad had a big painting company, so I'm like third generation. You know, my dad used to take on big projects up in London. We've done the regeneration of White City. So we've done all the blocks, all the bands, all the windows, all the old crystal windows, like plumb bait and like old stuff, reputtying the windows.
Stuff,
yeah. So I've done all that over the years, using paint strippers that like melt your eyes out. Do you know what I mean?
Just the fumes coming off.
Literally just the fumes coming off. But
I remember that.
Yeah. We used to use one called FS10. Like back in the day, used to use it to strip the jumbo jets. You literally just put it on and it just falls off. Unbelievable. So we used to do all the common areas with that when we was doing that regeneration of White City, because obviously it was all like 500 layers of paint over the years. You used to have to get it all back to metal. So you just run down with that stuff. By the time you got to the bottom, went back to the top, you was just mopping it up.
What was that paint that the builders used to give their painters a pint of milk after or something? It was so toxic or something. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why he's giving a pint of milk, but wash the toxins further down. I don't know. But
just try and neutralise them. I don't know. But it's a sort of the lead-based stuff, I suppose, wasn't it? I think it was back in the day. I think it was like they used to make you drink milk because of the lead-based stuff, or if you've been working with the lead-based stuff throughout the day.
It used to be lovely paint. What painters tell me.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Oh, the stuff now is gutless.
Yeah,
it's absolutely gutless, but
not my body, no.
No. And then obviously when they changed all the VOC laws, which is like all the chemicals, the volatile organic chemicals that are in the paints, which is why a lot of white paint now goes yellow. You shut a door, it's got nothing in it making it. It's all UV activated. So if you've got like a hallway that's got 3 or 4 doors off of it and it's dark in the middle, it only has a bulb, you'll find that the paint on that side of the door will go yellow. But if it is going yellow, just for a month, leave all the doors open, prop them all open, it'll go white again. Because it's UV activated.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's UV activated. I mean, it might never go as white as the rest, but it will start to bring the white back, yeah.
And glosses are still not back in?
No, they're all the same. They're all the same. Gloss, satin.
Satin's still the one, is it?
I think so. It just seems to be the one. I think that, to be fair, they brought it on quite a lot over the last 10 years. And it's a fairly decent product. You used to put satin on and it used to be like undercoat. So it's really easily marked and, you know, but now it's a decent product. It's a decent product. So a lot of the new build, all of the new build is all satin.
So when you're project managing,
yeah,
you get the right finish. Would you recommend customers to do their own project managing? And what are the pitfalls if they did?
I would strongly suggest not to do it unless you are seasoned, because you won't see an issue until it's too late. I can walk on a job and foresee something that's going to happen in a month's time if it's not corrected now, whereas if a customer's doing it, they'll have to see it when it's done, which is their money to undo it. Do you see what I mean? I know it sounds... I think...
No, I get it.
It's just a bit of foresight in the build.
Yeah, because you're managing it sequenced spot on, and then materials have got to be just in time and stuff like that, so they're not sitting about and stuff like that. And then if you get out of sequence, that's when all the rough work starts, isn't it?
Exactly that, yeah.
So
you work in the wrong sequence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, like, we've done a house...
And it takes experience.
Yeah.
to know when the materials, lead times,
Yeah.
and especially if they're really high end and it's made to measure and stuff like that, not off the shelf.
Oh yeah, some stuff
You've
could
got
be
planned,
like 3 or 4 months.
So you could manage a project and it would be 6 months and end on 6 months. Where if you managed it yourself, because you'd be tripping over trays and materials not turning up, having gaps, it'd probably end up like a year, wouldn't it? And it'd look like a dog's dinner.
Yeah, it look awful. Yeah.
Rough. It wouldn't be nice as Craig would do, a high end builder.
I mean, we done a house in Jigwell, lovely customer, and he gave us a bit of carte blanche to actually do some bits as well. He's like, well, we trust what you do. We've seen your work, seen previous customers where we're taking them to see the customers, given them the opportunity to just talk to them when I'm not there. So it's not like a pre-led situation, which is why I said to you earlier about the do your research.
Yeah.
So we obviously, when we was doing that build, the extension was going up at the back of the house, but because of the way the house was slightly squinted on the plot, the extension obviously goes out straight. But I just wanted to make sure that the sight line through to the garden was right from the front door, because obviously you're looking down the garden. So I actually built a stud wall and made sure that the extension, we kicked it in ever so slightly just to make sure that the extension was right, so that the tile, because you're 600 tiles, I don't want a silly little sliver of tile. So I set out the build to suit the finishing tiles.
Yeah.
And I know it's crazy and people go like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
but
so if you individually got a carpenter in to build a wall, they wouldn't have set it out for the tiles.
No, they're just going to build a wall.
Yeah.
They're going to build a wall, or a bricklayer's going to build a wall, the carpenter's going to stud something out, and all you're left with is the space that you've got. Whereas if you can finish it or start how you want to finish, it makes a world of difference, I think.
So it's an important point, is get to look at different builders' works. If they're proud of their work, they will have already set up other jobs that they're proud of and ask that customer if they could show potential customers their work. So that's really important. Like some of the projects you do are amazing. They're all on video, aren't they?
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Yeah. For the homeowner who wants extensions, what's the start point? How do they contact you, or do they need planning first, or?
I mean, we can take care of the whole process. So we've got like a design and build service. So if you've got an initial idea, or you've seen something that you've liked or you like, you can either build almost like a portfolio of ideas that you would like, stuff that you've seen. So I think before you start any initial contact or meetings or whatever, try and get an idea of what you want before you make that conversation. But yes, contact us straight away. We can help with that journey if you're lacking a bit of inspiration, because obviously we do everything from just
and planning applications.
Everything, absolute complete turnkey service from conception to delivery.
So Craig, what is the difference between a planning application and building control sign off?
Planning application is obviously what you do with the council. So if you've got an idea of what you want to do, you say, right, I want to go X amount of metres out, X amount of metres across. You have to have all the scenes, obviously the plans to submit to the council. You then submit that to the council. Then that goes through a planning process, which is normally 8 to 10 weeks. And then they'll go, okay, yes, you can do it, or no, you can't. Building control service is something that once we've started, obviously they will come out and monitor our work. We'll make sure they've dug the foundations correctly. You'll make sure you've done the steels are bedded on properly, etc., just to make sure that the product is finished properly
and done safely.
Exactly.
So Craig, what is the difference between a masonry build extension and a timber frame?
Masonry.
So for the viewers who don't know much about building or experience with building, what's the difference between a masonry built extension and a timber frame?
Masonry is either block in and brick out, or block in, block out, or timber frame is just obviously made of timber, can be finished with brick on an outer skin or cladding. So
why would you choose one over the other?
Personally, I prefer traditional construction, because obviously I think it's a more solid product for the client.
But people choose timber because of cost? Can it be cheaper?
To be fair, costs are fairly comparable these days.
Just the price of timber's gone up.
Gone up, yeah. And the amount of insulation that you need to put into a timber frame to make it meet.
Oh, okay. So with a timber frame, you'd increase the insulation thickness.
Yeah.
Extension roofs.
Yes.
Pitched or flat? What's your preference? Everyone goes for flat, but what's the reasons why people don't choose pitches over flat roofs?
Well, it's cost, design and planning. So cost, sometimes it's cheaper to put a flat roof on. Design is you may not get enough pitch to be able to be from the side of the extension and still be below the upper floor windows. And planning regulations means they might not want you to have a pitched roof higher, closer to the next door neighbour's boundary due to light impact on a garden or something like that.
Yeah. If you was having a flat roof, what covering would you prefer, or what do you prefer?
We tend to use GRP now, which is like a fiberglass product. So I think it's more durable. At the end of the day, it's almost like plastic, isn't it? So
yeah,
we've tried all different. We've tried rubber and bitumen and
EDPM,
felt and EPDM. Yeah. We've tried loads over the years. I think EPDM, the rubber one, can be quite easily nicked by the installer. Whereas the GRP is a build up over time. It's like 5 or 6 layers, self-coloured, and if done properly, it's brilliant.
And you never bitumen anymore?
I don't, very, 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 very rarely.
It always goes prone to failure, isn't it?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I would prefer fiberglass, but it can sound like you're sitting in a caravan when it's raining.
Yeah, not if it's insulated properly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, make sure your flat roofs are insulated. Yeah, I just slagged off the whole of the fiberglass industry by saying it sounds like a caravan.
And caravans.
Yeah. Keeping on extensions, what is your preference? Bifold doors or a series of sliding doors?
I would say the biggest...
French doors.
I think bifolds they're great for an application. Sliders are great for an application, and French great for an application. If it's a smaller project with a smaller budget, stay with a set of French doors because there's less workings going on. You can get a decent set of French doors in UPVC
it's less steels you need.
Yeah, exactly that. You can stay within a standard concrete lintel. Obviously, the lintel's the part that holds the opening open. You're going to go for bifolds and sliding doors, and you've got to go into steels because it's getting bigger. You know, so
transfer the weight, bigger spans,
exactly
so bigger
that.
cost.
Yeah, and I think with bifolds as well, they're either got to stack out or stack in because when they all fold, then you always end up with almost like a metre overhang in or out when they're stacked up. And the door being X thick, you've got 5 or 6 doors. You can end up having a stack that's that wide and a metre out your house. So,
I've never thought of that.
Personally, I think sliders are better, and the sliders, the quality you can get on the sliders now are brilliant, really, really good.
I was talking to another a builder who says with sliders you can open them an inch, and let some air in, and we can open them right up. You can, you got so much. Yeah. I
mean, we've done quite a few recent projects, and we've done 3 sliding doors, and rather than having a side that they slide to, I always request centre stop. So I can have all the doors to the right, all the doors to the left, or I can put them all in the middle and you can walk in and out in the party. Yeah, wicked.
It's all about the party.
Yeah, it's all about the party, mate.
So, double glazed or triple glazed?
I think when you get into the realms of triple glazing, unless you're going to go for a real high-end hybrid window, the glass outperforms the frame.
Yes,
is it worth it?
With trickle vents now, which is a building regulation.
Yeah, I mean...
So it's pointless having triple glazing, isn't
exactly it? Exactly that, yeah. I think some people go, we want it for noise. Then just go for double glazed laminated. It gives you the same acoustic value as what a triple glaze does.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
You know your stuff,
I know my stuff, mate, yeah.
So, double glazing over triple glazing. So, dormers...
Yes.
On lock conversions... I see many finishes on the dormer on the outside. A lot of the builders still like to keep to the tiles, or do you go? I prefer the cladding to me, like the cementatious cladding, the one stuff you haven't got to paint ever.
Yeah.
It needs to be low maintenance up there, don't it?
100%, because at the end of the day, to get back up there, you're going to be using scaffold. So you got a scaffold cost, I don't know, anything from 800 quid to 1500 quid. Depending on where it is, if you might have to cast over an old rear extension to get to it. So I think whatever you're going to put up there something that is going to last a long time.
So what are you currently advising on finish?
We always go with a cementous board, almost like a fruit, hardy plank or Seadrill or something like that. I mean, Hardy do some really good products.
Yeah.
Some really good products.
They profiles are now.
Yeah, they do one called a VL now, so the plank goes upwards, and it just sits in a tiny little alley track, top and bottom, and it looks really slick, like really slick.
Like this podcast studio.
Pretty much, yeah.
Leather. No crocodiles have been killed for this studio.
No crocodiles were harmed in this studio.
So again, it goes again with flat roofs. If it's on a dormer, you're going for
Up there,
fiberglass, resin.
100%. If we're going a dormer on a loft conversion, that's GRP all day long.
That's
all day long.
You know, you're not going to have window cleaners walking on that, so that should be that should be never damaged. Right?
Exactly that. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you could with a GRP, you can take it up into the ridge, which is obviously the tip of the roof, and then obviously you can form the ridge on it. You can get a nice tuck on it. It can be brought down and tucked in, and I think it's just a better product overall. If ever we're doing like a roof where it's at the end of the day, I can't remember what it's called, a crown roof. So obviously it's like where you get the front of the roof that goes up, and obviously where you've done a rear extension just so that the view from the front and the back of the house, as in like your street scene for planning regulations, they want to still see a pitched roof at the front and a pitched roof at the back, but then you have a part in the middle, it's called a crown roof. It allows you to stretch the roof and not end up with something that's really ugly, because otherwise you end up dropping the pitch so much that you lose your head height in the loft.
I've seen that a lot of high-end stuff in Brentwood and Shenley and all that, where they've got big roofs.
Exactly that. Yeah, the house we done in
so
Chigwell.
If you carried the pitch
that was
on
the
it,
same.
you'd end up like, makes
You
sense.
just drop the pitch so much, so you end up putting a steel in, so the steel will come up and go across, and then you create a massive box in the centre just to maximise that space on the top floor. But then visually from the road and from the garden, it just looks like a normal house.
Yeah, I can't see it. I have to get a drone to see it. You can't see it. It's so cleverly done.
Yeah, it is. But it's great idea.
So what tips can you give the DIY painter? What is the biggest mistakes they do?
They don't prepare. They just paint. Because all they want to see is big colour impact, and all it looks like is an absolute pig's ear.
So explain to the what does prepare mean?
Rub down the walls. You feel it with your hand. If you can feel something under your fingers, you're very sensitive. If you can feel it under your finger, you're definitely going to see it. So rub down a wall, wear a mask obviously the dust. Rub it down, rub your hand over it, just check it. And if you can see it, and then just take a torch or your phone light and then just shine it sideways across. Just have a quick scope around, make sure no divots and dents and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then give them a little feel and a little rub down again. And again, just touch it with your hand. You know, preparation is everything. If you're going to spend any time doing the preparation, decorating yourself, just spend it preparing, because that's everything. That is absolutely everything. And if you're going to prepare, sorry to bore you, but if you're going to prepare, put a coat of the colour on and then prepare to the colour you're finishing with, because you see different defects with different colours.
Good tip. A tip for filling holes is a lot of DIYers, they overfill the hole because they can see it as they're putting it on. It sinks back. But the good tip is make sure the first or two coats of filler on a hole is thick. So if you throw it against the wall, it sticks to the wall, and you fill it flush, then return, fill it flush again, and then the last coat, a little bit of water in, and just go over it, and then it should be just a light rub down. What a lot of DIYers do is they overfill and fill, so the holes like that, they got filler around like that, and they got like mounting the filler over the hole when you just need to fill the hole twice and then go over the edges after.
If I say one tip for that with filling over anything, don't buy anything with the word poly in it. And the reason that is because it dries so hard that when you overfill it, you'll never rub it down in time. All you'll end up doing is creating a crater around it, because you'll rub around the surface, the wall, the wood, the MDF, whatever it is you're preparing, you'll rub that down quicker than you'll ever rub down the filler.
Because the surface is softer than the filler.
Yes.
So the filler needs to be softer than the background.
100%. So I would say always go and get a powder-based filler. Toupret is really, really good. Toupret do one called Interior Fast Dry. It's dry in about an hour and a half. Just knock a little bit up, a little bit of water in with it. Use your filling knife. Make it to
and it's not running out.
Exactly that. Nice consistency. You put it on within about half an hour in a heated house. It's done. Just literally, you can rub it down with your hand. Don't even need sandpaper. Do you know what I mean?
Easy Fill is another good one, is it?
Easy Fill is, but it's not great over a painted surface.
Okay.
Yeah. So Easy Fill does struggle to bond to a painted surface. It's more for preparing plasterboard prior to being painted.
So what was that product you said again?
Toupret. Toupret.
And you got no commission from every
Absolutely nothing at all. But if you would like to, that's fine. I don't.
Craig, what other painting tips have you got, like painting windowsills and doors and stuff?
Again, preparation. Like, you get a lot of people. There's a lot of these products out there. It says one coat. It's just don't do that. Just spend a bit of time. I mean, ultimately, one coat, great. That means you're going to put it over, but I guarantee the first bit of sunlight that comes through that window is going to start peeling off. Make sure you rub down. Always key the surface. Any surface you're painting.
What grade sandpaper do you advise for rubbing down, keying in? So rubbing down paintwork's also called keying in, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So 80 grit to start with, to get rid of all the heavy nibs and any like maybe old runs. Just get a little block of wood, wrap the sandpaper around it, and then just use it. You know, so it's obviously you're getting a flat surface. So that's what you can tend to find with an 80 grit, and you push them with your fingers, you can create divots, and then you'll end up with a rippled effect. So just get a block of wood, wrap the sandpaper around. That's the cheapest way of doing it, or buy a sanding block, and then use that to just go over the surface. Once you've done that, a little bit of 120, and then that's it. Get yourself painting.
And just for the viewer, the grit in the grade of the sandpaper is the grit. So the heavier it is, the lower the figure. The finer the grit,
the higher the figure. I mean, look at cars, for instance. If you're rubbing down a car, you'll be using 3 and 4 and 5,000.
Yeah.
Grit. You know what I mean?
So this is
So when you're using 80, it's really
80
cool.
120.
Yeah. Exactly that. And as well, if you find that you're using the 120 and it still feels quite harsh, just get 2 bits of sandpaper, rub them together, and you're going to half it again. You're going to have something like 240 then. Yeah. Just for that fine finishing.
With a used bit.
Exactly that. Yeah. I mean, they do like foam sanding pads now.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good. They're really good because they take away a lot of the pressure from your fingers. So when you're rubbing it, the foam will take away the pressure from your finger points, and it will keep the surface on the back quite uniform. So when you're doing fine filling, they are
and they're really good. And they're good for mouldings indoors, that you can mould the sponge 100%. Into the grooves and
you can fold them. You can fold them and then get up inside the channels. Like a lot of the different architrave profiles, obviously, you've got loads of different types of flutes and all the rest of it. And do the same. You just fold it up and away you go.
So even if it's walls or woodwork, keying in, rubbing down, making the surfaces flat is what's going to get you the finish. So
decoration is 80% preparation.
So the last
20%
coat
finishing.
will always reflect what you've done underneath.
100%, yeah.
So Craig, as you know, I'm a surveyor, and we find lots of issues that builders have done. You've gone to some properties in recent times that have not had a survey, and then they've realised got an issue, and they've asked you to come and put things right.
Yeah.
What are the typical things you find that dodgy builders or poor knowledge builders do?
Taking walls out of not supporting them properly. You've probably seen it yourself, because I know you've shown me videos of getting in a loft, and you're going into this house, you go, oh look, it's lovely, so all the rooms are big and open, look in the loft, or get Lee to check in the loft properly and do a proper survey. You get people that are taking chimneys out, you've still got the stack poking out the roof, luckily it's in next door as well, which is probably stopping it from falling in your house, and they just put it on a bit of wood across the ceiling joist. It's just savage.
Spread the load onto ceiling joists, which are there just to support plasterboard and a bit of insulation, right? And your suitcase and Christmas tree, not the weight of a whole
exactly
chimney,
that. But then some of that stuff is just absolutely savage. I mean, we've pulled ceilings down and found like 6 metre stills sitting on bits of wood. We found that recently in a project in Stock. Like a previous builder was there, got kicked off due to poor finishing work. I mean, because obviously the client is trusting on the builder to actually do a proper job. But when you're unknown It's why I said to you before, you must do your research, speak to previous customers and stuff, because when you get, it's not naive, but at the end of the day, they're green. The client is green because they've never done it. They're providing a service, so they don't know if what you're doing is right or wrong. So ultimately, research, check them out, all the rest of it. If they're a good builder, they've got nothing to hide. I mean, you can find my stuff online for the past 2 or 3, 4 years. All the videos where we go and we do interviews with the clients and the walk-arounds, and nothing to hide. People that are hiding is...
Definitely hiding stuff. The thing is they don't know what they don't know.
Exactly that.
Yeah, so...
Exactly that. And unfortunately, you'll get the builders that are there for a reason, which is just to take the money and do as little as possible and get out. They take advantage, which is just it's unfair.
Yeah, and they run out of money when they've underpriced it, and they run on to the next job.
And then they just leave you in the lurch. Yeah, they leave you in the lurch.
Or
cut corners. And because you don't know, it's only when someone like yourself comes around, when they decide to sell the house, and they go, "Oh my God, I didn't realise that."
Yeah.
Because you're doing a survey for the person that might be buying it.
I looked at the side of I don't know if I previously mentioned it already, but it looked like a dog's dinner, and a dog's dinner in construction means it's a absolute mess. And you just look at you and go, what the
yeah, not the
there's
best.
a lot of that, and I as you make your eyes bleed if you see what I see.
Oh, we do see it as well, don't worry.
So as we're approaching the end of the podcast, is there any horror stories you can tell us that you found?
I think one that always sticks in my mind is we was doing a new build estate, because obviously we do a lot of new build, and we do a lot of reactive maintenance and proactive maintenance as well for the commercial side of it. We was called out to a job. I'm not going to name the area because it'll be obvious. Called out to a job. It was like 150 homes. Dry lining contractor had gone bust after everyone had been signed off, which happens at the end of the day. It's the industry. But there was defects, tape and jointing defects, which is obviously all the tapes that go in the internal corners, and some of them had started falling down. So it ended up, it was 150 homes, occupied homes, that we had to then go in and re-tape and joint and redecorate without decamping the customers. So I had to manage the client, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, one of these houses we went in, and we was laying down, first job, open the door, hi, we're ready to start. Protect all the floors. So we used to use the sticky back carpet protection, the clear stuff, So every carpet in the whole house would get protected, any wooden flooring would get protected. So I've sent the lads in, they've got the rolls with carpet protection. So I get a phone call, can't get it to stick. I was like, what do you mean can't get it to stick? It must be a faulty roll. Go and get another one out of the container. Come on, he said, we can't get this carpet to stick. I'm like, what? I said, I'll be over in a minute. So they've laid out this whole room, moved all the furniture around. And when I first walked in, I thought the carpet was brown.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're laying this sticky protection down, and I went, what do you mean it won't stick? He went, just go in there, it won't stick. Right, so I walked in this room, grabbed the carpet protection, and as I pulled it back, it was hairy. It was like one of them. It was like one of, the room was so thick with dog hair. Right, and like as I lifted it up, the carpet was like a beigey grey underneath. But when you're looking at the carpet, it looked like dark brown. And a woman came in, she was like, "Oh, I just don't understand how that happened. I hoover every day." I was like, "No, you don't.
You need a new hoover.
You need a new hoover, or the bristles are broken, or you don't really do it at all, or whatever." But it was just, honestly, it was the hairiest clear plastic strip I've ever seen. It was like an IMAX strip of someone that's got really, 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 really hairy legs. You know what I mean? It was horrific.
I've had similar. It's not nice. I mean, I don't know if it's caused by mental health or. I went to do a survey, and it was occupied, and I phoned up the estate agent and said, "Can you organise it?" He said, "Yeah, it's occupied, but she's there all the time, but she's going to leave the key under the. She's going to go out. Oh, sorry. She said, phone us half an hour before you're going to go there. She's going to put the key under the pot by the front door. And I said, she's going to go for a long walk." I said, it's fine. I'm not, you know, not unpleasant to be around or anything like that. She can be there.
Yeah.
She's very embarrassed about her house. She smokes. I thought, oh, okay. And as soon as I opened the door, it hit me. I mean, I'm used to being an ex-smokers, perhaps, say ex-smokers are worse, but it hit me like that, and it was so intense, the smell. It was pre-COVID, I had masks anyway, and I had to spray Lynx inside the mask just to get through the job, because I was nearly sick in my mask. Everything was so sticky, it was all brown, and even when you open the windows, when I tested the windows, all the grooves of the windows were full of ash, and it was just ashtrays everywhere. It was, I mean, I've seen heavy smokers, but this was unbelievable. It just made it was so toxic in there. It really made you feel sick and horrible, yeah.
So we done a building. Do you remember the Freeman's catalogue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I done a refurb on the old Freeman's catalogue building, and we done 350 flats behind it. This was in Stockwell near Oval Station, on that main Stockwell Road. Yeah. So that's where the old catalogue building was, and one of the floors, the middle floor, there used to be an old smoking room, which was part of the part that we was. Oh my God. You just don't realise how much that leaves behind. This was a white interior, and this one room was black, literally black. But it was white underneath.
Toxic fumes are standing.
Unbelievable. They're just where everyone used to just go to that one room and smoke in the building. So I can understand that. I get that. And
just the smell is and it just lingers round for you. And I have to throw the clothes away. It's just.
That's a bit intense. You could have just washed them. But.
Well, then I'm contaminated with the washing machine. I get a little bit funny over stuff like that. And then all my clothes smell of Benson and Edges. Probably weakened down. It'll probably be down to silk cut strength. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, smoking I think is it's quite a big impact on a house. We find it a lot in conservatories, where the conservatories are really gone yellow or whatever, and where people sit and just one thing. If you're going to smoke outside. It's just, why not? Do you know what I mean? It's your home. If you want to smoke inside, it's your choice. But if you want to stop the damage,
I only do private houses, so I really find it rare now that you go into a house and smell smoke.
Me too.
Really
yeah.
Rare.
It is really rare. I think because obviously just a lot of stuff around it that people just tend to, maybe they don't want to spend out for the decoration as well as the fags, you know what I mean?
But that leads on, so if you buy a house and it's got nicotine residue, what do you recommend?
It's
hard. Remove it first.
It's hard to deal with. I'm not going to lie, it's hard to deal with.
Is the old sugar soap any good?
It is. But it's very time consuming. Very, very time consuming. I mean, we tend to find if you're going to do that sort of thing, do you know the wallpaper steamers?
Yeah.
You just get a wallpaper steamer, put it, obviously they come with a rectangle thing that you push against the wall. If you just put that face up, turn the steamer on and let the room steam generally first before sugar soaping for about 10 minutes.
Oh,
then do it.
Tip.
Yeah. That's how we've found to really try and get a lot of it out, because the steam generally releases it.
Loosens it up a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but obviously must wear goggles, because obviously when you're up like that and you're trying to clean a ceiling,
and you don't want toxins.
You don't want that in your eye.
Yeah, no, I've had that. Yeah, as a young apprentice. Yeah,
it's not nice. But your steam's really good. Steam's really good, and I do a lot of these steam cleanings with the little cloths on the end there as well. So you can actually just run around and actually just steam the walls. I know it sounds a bit weird, but
should you do it just with a little towel around your waist, or? Flip-flops.
Well, you can do if you want.
Dual experience.
Exactly,
a spa.
Almost like a Donis cleaning.
I feel like I'm at a spa.
Here we go, yeah.
Yeah, there's a dual sensation of decorating and being at a spa.
Maybe chuck some menthol on the windowsill as well, yeah.
Yeah, just to build his imagination going on there. I feel all emotional. That's wind.
Oh no.
Thanks, Craig, for coming along, and I've certainly learned some good tips off you today.
No worries, mate. No problem at all.
If customers want to get hold of you, What's your website and number? And
So our website is www.madisons, that's madisonsltd.co.uk. We're also on Instagram at Madisons Commercial. There'll be a link somewhere down here.
telephone number?
01 245 330 103.
So if you want a high-end finish with your building projects, get Craig. He's the top man, the top builder in Essex.
Thank you very much, Lee.
I'm Lee Robinson of Ashton Lee Surveyors, your host of Ask the Surveyor podcast. Thanks for watching. See you next time.